guys, and welcome to another speed build. So I have a blue Suburban today. I would think that little Simsy would be proud because I didn't really want to do a blue house. I was trying to think outside of the box to do something different, but no, it turned up like a blue Suburban. It's all blue. I think it turned out really well. I've normally tried to build like two-story homes because that's always what I wanted to live in. I've always wanted a two-story house. So that's just what I've always built. But this is actually one story. And I think it actually turned out quite big, sort of, for the house that it is. I wish I would have made the living room a little bit bigger. The living room is kind of small for as many Sims as you can fit in here. I think it ended up being like 4 bedrooms, but one of the bedrooms I turned into a home office. I kind of just didn't have a budget with this house. I just built whatever I felt would look good. So it does have a home office in it with a computer. I think there's a painting easel in there. There is a teen room. There's a master bedroom, and I did put a nursery in this house. It will be good if you have the Growing Together pack or just base game. I didn't limit the packs in this, I'm sorry, but I do have another video that I did record that is just gonna be Growing Together and the base game. It was so hard for me to build. I wanted to use so many different packs and so many different things, but I wanted to limit myself because I know not everyone has all the packs. I don't have all the packs. I have most of them, I wanna say, except for the ones that I just don't care about. I didn't get Stranger Things. I don't have Journey to Batu. Like, I just don't care enough to get them. I do want some of the clutter kits. I don't have the clutter kits, even though they're like $4.99. But I enjoy what I have. I did finally end up buying the Growing Together just because that one seems very worth it to me. That one adds like a lot of gameplay. It had a lot of building items that I like. And of course, I'm wanting to make this a building channel. So I thought it was worth it. So I do have a build coming out. I don't know when I'm going to get that one posted because this one's taken me forever. Trying to balance like work and doing this, for some reason I haven't figured out how to like balance yet. I am working on it. I did just get new lights too. So the funny thing is I was looking up ring lights because I want to have like better lighting for my videos. But I don't want to spend the money right now. I'm not a professional YouTuber at all. Obviously, I'm just now trying to get this thing off the ground. So I went to Dollar Tree and I spent like $2.50 on these LED lights, which is what I'm using right now. Let me know if you like the lighting. Go look at my other videos and kind of check out the lighting out of that. I think this is a little bit better. I'm not sure yet. Eventually, I want to invest in a ring light just because I want it to be, you know, professional. But right now, we're working with what we got. Honestly, I'm not even using a professional camera either. This is literally on my Mac. I just bought this Mac, I want to say a few months ago, and I think it's like the iMac, the ones that come in like the fun colors, like the new one they just released like last year. So I don't think the camera quality is that bad. Maybe the lighting will help it. I don't know. Enough of my complaining. Back to the build. I love how I put that pond there. I'm trying to incorporate like ponds and stuff because I'm trying to get more familiar with like the terrain tool because that's like super hard for me to use. I uploaded a tiny house to the gallery that I thought was really cute, but I didn't record it. It took a lot of thinking and I was trying to use the terrain tool and it was just not working out the way I wanted it to work. So I was like, you know what? If I upload this video, it's gonna be way too long, way too much editing. So I just didn't do it. Now the floor plan in here, I was trying so hard to figure out what I wanted to do with it. And I realized there was more space in here than I was imagining. So we do have a lot of bedrooms in this. Like I said, we have, I want to say, the master bedroom, the nursery, the home office, and a teens room. For some reason, I was struggling with the color scheme of the master bedroom. So I just cut out that whole chunk. I changed the bed, I want to say like 10 times. The wallpaper I could not figure out. I changed that like 30 times. So I didn't want to keep you guys just watching something that I found boring because I didn't want to bore you guys. So we cut that out. I don't know if you guys want to see me struggling to pick out colors and that kind of thing. If you do, let me know. But I feel like that's something that you just don't want to see. So I did cut that out. Now, the only thing about this house is that there is only 2 bathrooms, which is fine, but I feel like they're kind of small, kind of cramped. I wish I would have done that a little bit differently, as well as the kitchen. The kitchen was okay. I wasn't really sure where else to put it, and I also don't know if it's too much brown in there. The floors are brown, the cabinets are brown. It was a lot of brown. I was trying to make it a very homey vibe. I was trying to create a house that maybe if you don't have Growing Together, you could still have a homey house, I guess you could say, and still have like the nursery and everything in there because, like I said, when I built this, I did not have growing together, so I didn't have all the baby items. It did take me a little bit. So maybe I should renovate this house using that pack now that I have it. I did end up liking the kitchen though. I tried to put a lot of detail in this house. I tried to put clutter. I tried to make it look like someone lived there and like it had some kind of personality instead of just having, you know, a house with no furniture or decoration or anything like that. It ended up not being so expensive. I think it ended up being around like 57,000 simoleons, which is kind of expensive for The Sims, so you would definitely have to work into it. But I think it would be worth it in the end, being how many Sims that you can actually fit in this house. If you had a double bed in every room, I think you can fit up to like 8 Sims in this whole house. So definitely worth it. The living room. It ended up being very small and very cramped. You can't fit much in there. So I might want to try and figure that out. Or if you download it, if you have something else that you figured out better with the layout, please show me. Please let me know. Because I tried to make it like as useful as possible. Also, the dining room, I actually ended up really liking that. I normally don't go for that kind of style, like those chairs or that table or anything like that, especially that rug, but I'm trying to branch out because when I'm playing by myself, like of course I can build things that I love and the things that I want to see, but you guys might not like that. So I definitely want to try and branch out and try and build things that everyone might like or different people might like, or, you know, just different styles. I mean, I am not really into modern homes, but you might be. So I'm going to try and branch out. And I love that I saw someone do this one time in a build that I was watching of like shoving stuff underneath the table, right underneath that TV. I thought that looked like so homey. I love the cluttered look. I thought that turned out really well right there. One complaint that I want to have about The Sims is curtains. We need curtains. If you can tell, I ended up like just taking out that middle window because I didn't like all the curtains right there, and I didn't like the curtains that I had to put there. I don't know what it is. I just hate almost all the curtains in The Sims except for like 3 maybe. So that's definitely something we do need. And I know I don't have all the packs, so I probably don't have all the curtains. Come on now. Let's have some base game curtains, can we? And now thinking about it, so I'm recording this video after I got the Growing Together pack and I looked at all that stuff. I wish I had the stuff in that pack to put in this bathroom. I love that stuff. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet. I'm sure you have, but like the new tile that I can put in that bathroom would look so good. Also, they have a new shower tub combo that looks way better. Very modern, very sleek, very pretty. And I wish I would have replaced it with that one, but that one's like my favorite. The other one that has like the curtain on it has like some weird swatches for the curtain, and I just wasn't vibing with that. I like the blue one, like the blue and the white chevron one, but other than that, I hate all the other swatches. Hate them all. I looked, didn't like them. Also, one of my favorite things that I did was putting the 2 tables like that to make like an L-shaped desk. We don't have anything like The Sims that I can think of, like no L shape or anything. So I thought that was kind of cool. I stole that from forever ago. I saw some YouTuber do that like forever ago. I can't even remember which one, but I thought that was a really good idea. It just feels like a more like home office kind of feel. It takes up a little bit more space because I never know what to put in an office because I feel like what more do you need besides a computer and a desk? So I did put an easel in there, and I was going to put a fish tank, but the fish tanks are huge. This bedroom, I ended up liking a lot, actually. I tried to make it like a very teen vibe, like a teen was in there. I added clutter on top of the dresser. I added a backpack just so it looks like, you know, a teen lives there. And while I'm thinking about it, let me know what you guys want to see. I want to know, like, what kind of builds that you like, if you want me to start trying to do Let's Plays, if you want to see me do challenges. I want to try and do the Rags to Riches challenge. I've seen a bunch of people do that before, and I think that looks so fun, and I feel like sometimes The Sims can be a little bit easy. I want to say, I know that that could probably be like controversial, but I don't know, like I feel like it's easy. So if I start off with like literally no money, a plot of land with nothing, and you have to build yourself up from there, I feel like that's a little bit of a challenge more than like your regular starting out with 20 grand, because who moves out of their parents' house with 20 grand and buys their first house? You know what I mean? Now, some people might, and I'm so glad that you do. That did not happen to me. I turned 18 and I got my first apartment by myself, saved up my money, full-time job. Like, I was trying my best. And here I am years later. I have my own apartment. I live in Denver, Colorado. Like, I used to live in Virginia. I never thought that I would get here, but here we are. So now we're finishing up the nursery, and I believe we're almost done. I think after this, I'm due the backyard. The backyard doesn't really have that much going on. I didn't really know what to put in there, and I was also still trying to be conscious of the price, because I didn't want to like limit myself to a price, but I also didn't want to make like a 500,000 simoleon house, because that is extremely hard to afford in The Sims. If ever. I don't think I've ever played with Sims and had them afford that expensive of a house. So 57,000 I feel like isn't too bad. You might have to play like a generation or two. Not like the whole generation, like 10 generations, but you might have to have like not your first Sims, but maybe the children of your Sim afford this house, if you know what I mean. We're almost done with this, and I'm gonna jump into the actual build, and then we'll see from there a kind of like a live tour of everything, because I know when this is going fast, it's too much for me to see when I'm recording. So I want to kind of slow it down for you guys to get an actual view, but you can also download it on the gallery too. I'll see you in a second. So we're in the game, and I'm gonna view the house. I want to see if I can build like the whole of Newcrest. The only thing that's keeping me from doing that is that I hate building community lots. I cannot do them to save my life. And also, I don't know who the Sim is that moved into my house, but when you do like manage worlds and you build a house there, I think like Sims just puts like a random person in there. Here we are in the build. I have the ducks down here. Let's see if I can do it in, I can't do live view because I'm stupid and did manage worlds. This is what it ended up looking like. I don't know why I went with a yellow theme. I thought it was kind of cute. It's happy, it's sunny. Then I did like a blue in here, like a blue and the greens and browns, and I felt like it's very homey. Maybe they like moved into this house and it was very traditional, very homey, and then they wanted to add color, so maybe they did it all with this room, and then they added color in the office over here that's green. I don't know. You can come up with whatever you want. This is a bathroom. You guys have seen bathrooms. The infant room or the nursery I thought was so cute. It has, you know, Blarfy in there. The little baskets. I tried to use a lot of the new items, like I used all the little clutter items up here. I didn't have the changing table for this one. Like I said, this was before I got Growing Together, so I can probably go back and add that in there. There's a few toys on the floor, just so that they have some toys to play with. And then the teens bedroom is back in this corner, right over here, which now I'm thinking about it, maybe this should have been the infant because this is the master bedroom over here, or this should have been the infant's room because you want it to be close to them. That way, if they're crying in the middle of the night, you can, you know, quickly get up and check on them versus being all the way over here and having to walk all the way across the house. Maybe I should have changed that. Didn't think about that at the time. You can change it. Go for it. This is the teens room. I love like the little clutter. I never use these posters. I never use that. There's a diary over here. And then there's a couple of clutter things up here, like some makeup and perfume, and then the backpack. Now, the backyard, I will show you that there's nothing really to it. There is a little seating area and the barbecue, so the family can come out here and barbecue and eat. There are some planters over here if you want to plant. So yeah, there's a couple things in here that you can use for skill building, like planting, the easel for painting, as well as a computer. Like I said, it's only 57,000 simoleons, so not like a crazy, crazy budget, but I think you get a lot out of it for that price. So yeah, this was my blue Suburban, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.